Hi guys, I'm Mushi.
And I'm Booth.
And welcome to our channel. So, okay, let's start over.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Booth.
And
Jesus Christ, shit.
Hi
guys, I'm Mushi.
And I'm Booth. And
welcome to our channel. So, today,
oh my god,
in this video, we're going to talk about 10 Netflix shows that Booth and I have watched that we want to recommend to you guys.
Yeah.
So in my part, I'm gonna refer 10 shows that I liked and watched.
You mean 5?
Or sorry, 5. And Booth is gonna refer 5 shows that she likes and watched.
Yeah, so the purpose of this video is like, maybe you've gotten into a rut on Netflix and you think you've seen everything that you were interested in, and there's nothing left to watch. So hopefully this list includes some titles that would interest you. Okay?
Yeah.
And so, disclaimer, no way, shape, or form is this list in order of what we think is best or want to. We're just listing. We love these shows. We're gonna be doing a lot of reaction, a lot of reviews. So if there's something that you would want us to react to or give a review of, if we've seen it, we'll do a review of it. Yeah, just like let us know down in the comment. And we look at the comments, you guys. We watch. We want you to comment. We want you to engage with us. We want you to help us grow. Help us.
Help us.
Help us grow.
Help me. No. help her.
And yeah, so if you know of a show, bomb-ass show, amazing show, makes you think, makes you laugh, makes you cry, let us know in the comments. And without further ado, let's get started.
Let's get started. So, I'll go first.
I think my list is amazing, by the way. I watch a lot of weird stuff. Like, I try a lot of stuff. So my list might include titles that you've seen but haven't really given a chance to. But they're actually pretty much awesome. Like gems, diamonds in the rough. He's more action-y.
Yeah, I'm more of the action, sci-fi, badass looking type of, and that's the kind of genre that everybody more leans to, because, you know, Marvel is pretty great, DC is pretty great, so all of those things that I watch are similar. So mine is probably better.
Anyways, not to say that I don't love the sci-fi and the superhero stuff too. I do. I just have a more interesting power than him. I love you. Okay, so first one goes to Mushi. Oh, let us know which list you think is better in the comments.
Yeah. All right. So since men go first, I'm playing. I'm gonna start with Lost in Space, and Lost in Space is basically a show of a family who was
Lost in space.
Lost in space, in a sense. So it was basically like they were in a post-apocalyptic kind of world where, you know, their planet Earth was in an unstable kind of setting, and, you know, a family was training to like venture off in space, and a lot of unfortunate things have happened to them.
I have actually seen Lost in Space, and I introduced him to Lost in Space.
There's a lot of shows that she introduced me to, but I took it more seriously.
Anyways, it centers around the Johnson family, and it's not really a post-apocalyptic world.
Oh, it's not.
It's actually a future version of planet Earth. And basically NASA trains families in order to colonize another world. And then the Johnson family is one of the families that were picked or that passed all the tests in order to go and colonize that new world. And on their way there, they got lost in space. So if you see us looking down often, it's because we're looking at our phone. We're looking at notes. I made notes of the shows, you know, that I wanted to talk about. So next is my pick. And the first pick is a new show. It's relatively new. It's called Messiah. And it's a very contradicting show for me. But I chose it because it made me think, it made me feel weird. It made me feel like, am I supposed to be watching this?
And the approach was definitely different because it's not like a typical you know, Jesus Christ story.
It's like loosely based on like what would happen, like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
If the Son of God came in the 21st century.
Basically, and it's my show. Can I talk about it? Thank you.
Well, you talked about mine, so I'll talk about yours.
Anyways, so basically it starts off episode 1. This guy, super long hair, he fits the Jesus Christ criteria. So it's like, and then he goes to each city and he does this how do you call a miracle. So he goes to Damascus, he does what people are calling a miracle. He goes to Israel and he does another miracle. But while he was in Israel, he was actually detained and he escaped. And they thought it was a miracle, but it turned out a guy let him go. So it's like you're thinking, you want to believe he is the second coming. But then there's this CIA girl that follows him and then it's not. So it's really confusing, and I think people should watch it. Check it out.
Makes you think, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you think, like, what if?
Yeah.
So.
And the end was like very, like it was a cliffhanger. So check it out. Season 1 is on Netflix.
So the next one for me, the second one, is The Crown. What is very interesting about the yeah, she did. Okay. There's most of the stuff, not all of it, but most of it. The Crown was very interesting to me is because, you know, it was basically describing what it was like to live British royalty, especially like what was the name? What was her name again? Queen
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah, Queen Elizabeth. What she went through, and you know, being of royalty is not all nice and luxurious and fun. It's actually like a lot of hard work, and it gives you a lot of pressure that a whole country is looking at you, waiting for you to do something, and if you make one simple mistake, they will not let you forget about it. And that's like crazy to me. So it was a point of view of what royalty in the United Kingdom at the time was like.
Yeah, I think it's a great show.
Yeah.
Okay, so next for me is Outlander. So now Outlander is not a show that originated from Netflix. It originated from Stars. And it's basically about this woman called Claire. She was a nurse in the art.
This is the show where she literally sings the theme song every single time.
Sing me a song of a last that is gone.
I'm not gonna do it. Sing me a song of a last that is. Anyways, you know it. Outlander fans know the song. So it's based on like I would say the World War II, around World War II. And then basically this nurse ends up, while she's on a second honeymoon with her husband, who was also like doing Secret Service during the Second World War. And she was a nurse. They were separated during the war, because they were based in different locations. And basically they go to Ireland on their second honeymoon, and it looks like they were starting to get to know each other again. And then for some reason she travels back in time to the 1700s, 1743 I think. And then through a series of events, she ends up falling in love with a man in the 1700s, because I guess she didn't think she would ever get back. But then her husband in current times I mean the 1900s, is going crazy looking for her. And it turns out she's getting loved, you know, by a man in the 1700s who, you know, is hot, by the way.
Hello.
You're hot too, babe.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
It's a great show. It's amazing. Costumes are amazing. The characters are amazing. The actors are amazing. And I think everybody should give it a try. If you haven't already, please do. I've been watching this show since season 1, so I'm a die-hard fan of it. Season 6 is coming out soon. Season 5 and season 6.
You could feel you could see and feel the excitement you have for the show.
But the first 3 seasons are currently on Netflix. So if you haven't, please check it out. It's a little slow paced. It's not like super supernatural, like but you know, I think the only supernatural event is her traveling back in time. So
my third one is I think it's pretty popular now. The Witcher, that has Henry Cavill in it, who is best known for playing Superman, which is the best Superman he has ever done recently. Okay, anyway.
Bitch, what?
I'm a DC fan, I'm sorry. Now, what was interesting about this show is because, like her, she introduced me to a previous show called Game of Thrones. And it gave me a little bit of Game of Thrones vibes.
I'm sorry, it gave me no Game of Thrones vibes.
In my opinion, a little bit of Game of Thrones vibes, where it was like kings and queens and castles and, you know, witch shit, whatever. But it was interesting to me. I like how the plot went and everything. It was good. And Henry Cavill did a great job in it too. So if you have watched it, kudos for you. If you haven't, definitely recommend to watch it. It's really good.
I've watched it as well, and I think it's a great show. I didn't get any Game of Thrones vibes from it.
And we are Game of Thrones
It's a stress.
fans,
I feel like people are missing Game
of
Thrones
because season 8 sucked.
I don't know. It's debatable. Anyways, there are a few gems in season 8.
What happened?
Anyways, but the thing is that I think people are missing Game of Thrones, and because The Witcher is like the next big sci-fi show,
They were trying to bring
they're
it back
trying
again.
to live, you know, to live through The Witcher.
Season 8 sucked. Like, what happened? Anyway.
Okay, so another show, for me, my next show is a show that you guys might not have heard of. It's actually, it has its own niche, and it's a great show. It's called Samurai Gourmet. Now, please, I encourage people to check it out.
Yeah.
It's very slow paced. It's very relaxing. It's a great show. It's all in Japanese. It's not in English, but there are subtitles.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's about this working man, a salary man, you know, and in Japan, who is turned 60 something, and he is recently retired, and he's basically trying to live his retired life and get to do some of the stuff that he never had a chance to do as a salaryman in Japan. If you don't know, Japanese salarymen work very long, very hard, and extremely long hours.
It's like that's a habit for them. And
yeah,
that's
and
not good.
Yeah, and basically they feel guilty about enjoying life's simple pleasures, like drinking beer during the weekday in the afternoon. And that's one of the things that he had to overcome. And it's so cute.
Yeah.
Basically, he imagined himself, or he's imagining like a masterless samurai who's able to do those things that, you know, society has deemed like not appropriate for him as a salaryman. And basically, he's trying to incorporate that into his daily life and going out to different restaurants, you know, to try different things. So the first episode, he's like debating, having a full-on debate with himself, or simply having beer in the afternoon.
I'm like, was this man in prison? Was he like not social at all? I literally saw this a day ago, and I'm like, I just couldn't stop like watching how he's reacting to like little stuff like that.
And it's so cute. It's a very calming show.
It was good.
And then there's another episode where he goes to like an upscale Italian restaurant in Japan. And if you don't know, in Japan, it's okay to slurp your noodles. So he was debating about, oh, well, the people in the restaurant will think of him as a commoner if he slurps his noodle. And then the samurai shows up, and then he ultimately ends up like slurping his noodle and not caring what anybody says.
He's a samurai. I'm like,
I don't think he thinks of him as a samurai, because the samurai doesn't look like him.
Yeah, but he's imagining himself as a samurai.
Like living through the samurai, like not giving a damn what people think type of thing. It's such a great show, guys. Check it out.
Yeah.
Samurai Gourmet, one of my top shows.
I liked it.
There's only one season on Netflix. Please, Netflix, bring back Samurai Gourmet Samurai.
I think season 2 is coming. I think I saw a little report about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should come. My next one, and it's not a show, it's a movie, with Eddie Murphy, you know, the GOAT, Dolemite. And what I like about it is because it's been a while since I've seen Eddie Murphy do like a movie, a funny movie. And I was a big Eddie Murphy fan when I was growing up. So seeing him in this movie acting like he was like some kind of guy trying to be like a movie star or a star or something like that, all at the same time, and the way he did it was just so hilarious. He was like, Dolemite is my name, and up mother this is my game. And sorry for the cursing, but that's what he said. And it was really funny. So that's another thing I would recommend. It's a movie, Dolemite.
Yeah.
Dolemite.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and you basically get to see Eddie Murphy back to kind of like his prime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been a while.
It's not meant for kids. So if there's any kids watching this video, please do not watch it.
Yeah.
Or if you do, you need parental supervision to watch it, okay?
Yeah.
But it's a great show. There's definitely a lot of person.
and a lot of nudity as well.
So please,
only for, teens in high school, I guess, if you're allowed.
17 and older, rated R.
And rated R for sure. So.
Okay.
But a funny rated R.
So my next pick is also a diamond in the rough. It's called Call the Midwives. Now this show is a British show.
Yeah.
And I've overlooked it. There's like 6 seasons, so obviously it's a great show. The acting is amazing, and I was a little confused when I was seeing it. I thought it was produced like in the 80s for some reason.
Yeah.
Or 70s.
But it progressed.
But it was a great show. It's about it's a look at midwifery and family, and that's I'm reading the description. Midwifery and family in 1950s East End London. So it's about the East End of London and how midwives basically help women have babies in the difficulties that the women living in the East End in the 1950s went through. And it takes a look into their family lives, how women roles and men roles, and how children were so important around that time, and it's such a great show. And what I liked about it is that it kept evolving.
Yeah, that's what
evolved.
Trapped people to watching it more, because in the beginning when I first saw it, like I think in the first or second episodes, I thought it was kind of weird, like making a show about midwives just delivering babies and stuff. I thought it was gonna be boring or plain, but as I kept watching it with her, I saw that it was evolving, it was progressing more into the plot of what it was doing. And it caught me. So
the main character in the beginning, her name is Jenny. She just graduated from midwifery. She just got her license. She has to basically deliver babies with these nuns. Living in a house full of nuns and delivering babies, keeping the faith and stuff like that. It's very interesting. Yeah. It's great. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, please try.
And my last show is called V-Wars.
It's a movie.
It's a movie?
Oh wait, no, it's a show.
It's definitely a show. Now, what was interesting is because the actor who was the main character in V-Wars, I recognized him from another show called Vampire Diaries, where he played a vampire. But he was a bad guy. So in this show, V-Wars, he's not a vampire, but it's involving vampires, ironically. So it was good to recognize him when, it was years ago when I saw Vampire Diaries, and it was about him combating like a virus of that turns people into vampires in a sense, and that happened to his best friend. That was the source of everything that happened, and it also affected his kid. It affected everybody, and he was trying to reverse all of that, and he went through a lot of challenges. That was like, whoa, that's deep. So,
and it automatically became like a standoff between human and vampires.
Yeah.
With vampires, trying to
like an human species battle.
Like they're different species.
Yeah.
So it was a great show.
Yeah. So
it was a good show. I wouldn't say like great, but it's definitely worth checking out.
I personally think it's great. I liked it.
Yeah. So okay. So for my last show is Kim's Convenience.
Oh Lord.
I love this show. Okay? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Not weird. It's just something that you would not expect. And it's great. So the show centered around a Korean family, right? So the mom and dad are immigrants from Korea. They're based in Toronto. They run a convenience store.
6.
And then their kids, which is a boy and a girl, are born in Toronto. So it's like that shift, right? Like your parents, like us, I can identify with the show because
my parents
are immigrants.
Are immigrants from Haiti.
Yeah.
So we could like understand what it's like to be the first generation of like a first world country.
Yeah.
So
Korea is not a a third world country anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's worked its way up. It's definitely a high up there, highly developed country. Yeah. But we're from a third world. We're from Haiti, which is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. But it's so full of culture. It's great. It has an amazing history. We got our independence in 1804. So basically, our parents immigrated from Haiti and came to the U.S. And we're first generation. And it's basically the Kims basically have to face, you know, everyday challenges about being, you know, a Korean, like Canadian family.
It's like a culture identity crisis that they're trying to figure out, you know?
But not really. It's just them, you know, navigating their day-to-day lives, you know, and then the parents are kind of traditional, but the kids are very much Canadian.
Yeah.
And then there's this episode where the girl, you know, her cousin comes to visit from Korea, and then she faces an identity crisis about not fully knowing how to speak Korean, and Mushi faces that every day because he doesn't really, he understands Creole.
Yeah, I fully understand Creole,
but it's hard for him to speak it back.
Yeah, my parents did not try to progress speaking Creole back to me growing up, which is why I lost it. But I understand it completely.
But I fully speak Creole because I did, even though I'm first generation, I was born in Haiti and I went to school in Haiti, so Creole is very easy for me. Yeah. But she, you know, she understood Korean, but it was hard for her to, you know, speak it. And then here comes her cousin who, you know, gets along, so everybody loves, you know, whatever. And she's so Korean, and she's teaching her friends how to be Korean. Kind of get jealous and kind of gets mad. It's like an identity crisis. So it's a great show.
To that, so.
It touches upon a lot of issues, not issues, just point that being an immigrant family faces.
Yeah,
you know,
the frustration of like having two cultures that's inside you.
Yeah.
You know, you need to like figure out like how to like mix it in both or choose a side.
Yeah.
You know? So
that's why I picked that show.
Thankfully me, I'm like 60% there. So I'm good.
Even though I'm not Korean, there were a lot of issues that I could identify with. And that's why I love this show. And this was our picks. Yeah. So to reiterate, the 10 shows are Messiah, Kim's Convenient, Outlander, Samurai Gourmet, Call the Midwives, and Mushi's list is Lost in Space, The Crown, The Witcher, Dolemite, and V-Wars.
Dolemite!
Okay, that's it for this video. You guys, don't forget to let us know if there's any shows that you think we should try or that you think we should react to.
We don't want to be bored.
So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Please support us and help us grow. Join the family. Engage with us. Follow us on Instagram. We definitely reply, you know, communicate, engage. We will love it. So we want to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Have a good day.
Bye.